सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् Uddhava Gita, 15th chapter, page 225, verse number 27. Jata shraddho matkathasu nirvinnas sarvakarmasu Veda dukkhatmakan kaman parityagepyanishwarah. In this 15th chapter of Uddhava Gita, Lord Krishna talking about three types of sadhanas. In the beginning, from 9th to 17th verse, he talked about Karma Yoga Sadhanam. Then he comes 18th to 26th verse, we completed the Jnana Yoga Sadhanam. And now the third topic we have entered from 27th verse onwards up to 33 or 35, that is Bhakti Yoga Sadhana. Here Bhakti Yoga means it is not like in 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna said, Karma Lakshana Bhakti, Upasana Lakshana Bhakti, Jnana Lakshana Bhakti, like that he said. But here, Bhakti Yoga means in a different meaning we have to take. What is this Bhakti Yoga? This Bhakti Yoga in Uddhava Gita is Saguna Ishvara Upasana Rupa Bhakti. Saguna Ishvara Ishtadevata Upasana. So Ishtadevata means the deity whom I like very much. That deity I have to worship, meditate and do archana, puja, etc. That is called Saguna Ishvara, otherwise called as Ishtadevata Upasana Rupa Bhakti. That is the portion we are going to see now. In previous portion, what Lord Krishna said, that one has to come from Tamasa Bhakti to Rajasa Bhakti to Satvika Bhakti. This we saw already in previous chapters. So Tamasa Bhakti is there, suppose in a person, guna based division, Bhakti, Tamasika Bhakti. A person who worship the Lord, that community of people who are habituated to liquor, drinking, meat eating, those people, they also worship God. They also in Adimasam, you see many people offer that meat to that God. So Shastra says, okay, if you people are addicted to those food items, just offer to Bhagavan first as your Ishta Devata, as Naivedyam. Let afterwards you take as Prasada. That also Shastra permits, with the expectation that one day that person come to Rajasika Bhakti, from Tamasa to Rajasika Bhakti. In Rajasika Bhakti also that person expectations are too high, Swarga, etc. He expects a lot of pleasures, lot of money, etc. etc. Then Shastra asks that person convert your Rajasa Bhakti into Satvika Bhakti. So this is the level of guna based division of bhakti. Similarly, varna based division also Shastra did. Bhakti means you do your duty, swadharma anushtanam. No? Paradharma you have to give up. As your varna dharma, what it has prescribed, you have to take up that duty you have to perform according to your varna. You have to perform your duties as an offering to the Lord. Nishkama bhakti, sakama to nishkama. So that varna based division also is there. Swadharma you have to take up, paradharma karmani you have to give up. Swadharma karmani one has to take up. This is one type of division of karma lakshana bhakti. Then another also Shastra says, we saw many times, there are 5 types of karmas, nitya naimittika karmas one has to follow. One has to reduce kamya karma, one has to reduce prayaschitta karma, and one has to drop nishiddha karma. So the karmas, karma yoga level, one has to follow all these. So swadharma wise or varna based, guna based, and 5 types of karmas which we have to give up and which we have to take up. These are all basic knowledge everyone must get. Otherwise, practicing blindly, you will end up with a lot of doubts and confusions later. Why I am doing all this without knowing? So therefore, one has to come to Satvika Bhakti, Satvika Karma, Satvika Upasana. Why Satvika? All Satvika. Satvik alone, when the karma, upasana, bhakti is satvik, then you are eligible, you are qualified to come to Shastra Jnanam. That is Jnana Yoga. But many people are not fit for that Jnana Yoga. Very, very difficult because lack of Vairagyam, lack of Guru, a lack of mind discipline, or lack of different faculties, intellectual sharpness. Many reasons may be there, those who cannot come to Shastram, study. Therefore, Shastra asks, continue in your Ishtadevata Upasana. That's what Lord Krishna is highlighting now, which we were seeing in the last class. Jata Shraddha Mat Kathasu. Once the interest is Jataha, for whom Nirvinnaha. Nirvinnaha means a person who is disgusted with those actions, rituals, so many other karmas. Sarva karmasu nirvinnaha. Disgusted with all rituals, karmas, etc. Suppose a person come to that situation, what he has to do? Mat kathasu jata shraddha. He has got an interest in listening to the stories of Bhagavan, the glorious stories of Bhagavan. Shiva Leela, Krishna Leela. They love to hear Sita Kalyanam, Rukmini Kalyanam, and Radha Kalyanam. I do not know why all female names only. Nobody call Rama Kalyanam, Shiva Kalyanam, or Krishna Kalyanam. They call only Radha Kalyanam, Rukmini Kalyanam, Sita Kalyanam. So people love to celebrate Radha Kalyanam and they love to dance and sing and to participate in Sita Kalyanam, Rukmini Kalyanam. Like that, people are interested. Jata Shraddha Mat Kathasu. They can continue in that. They can continue. Then second line, Krishna Paramatma says, why they are still desirous of all these Ishtadevata, Puja, Parayanam, worship, Abhishekams, all these only in Ishtadevata. They love so much. So, why? Because they have still attachment with the world, attachment with the people, attachment with the positions, attachment with a lot of desires they are having. Come on. They are having a lot of desires. They are not having Anishwaraha. They are helpless. Anishwaraha means they don't have any control over them and their desires. Parityage Anishwaraha. Kaman Parityage. They are not able to give up, drop their desires, worldly desires. Anishwaraha Parityage. Kaman. Kaman, worldly desires or any heavenly desires, all of them, which are all what? Dukkhatmakan kaman. They are all filled with dukkha. Because every kama, every desire is that too only Shubha kama is free from all dukkham, but Ashubha kama, worldly desires are all mixed with dukkham. That's why dukkhatmakan, they are of the nature of sorrow only. That sorrow will be there. Let him know that at least. Let him desire that worldly pleasures through God, worldly benefits through God, worldly enjoyments through God worship. Okay, but Veda. Veda means here not Rigveda, Yajurveda, but that Upasaka, Ishtadevata Upasaka must know Veda. What he should know? Kaman Parityage Anishwaraha Veda. This person who is not able to drop his Ishtadevata Upasana, Adharam Madhuram Vadanam Madaram, that's all Krishna songs, prayers we are listening. Achyutam Keshavam. They revel in those verses, revel in those songs, stotrams, etc., etc., and they forget themselves. Ishtadevata Upasana, because they are having still, there are some desires towards body, family, children, and world objects. But at least he can know at least Dukkhatmakan Kaman Veda. That Upasaka must know they are all bound to give unhappiness, even including Ishtadevata only. Tyagaraja cried so much for Rama. Mirabai also cried so much for Krishna. The cry continues. Gopikas also continued Ragam in Mukhari Ragam. They used to cry, but Gopikas cry in Mukhari Raga, we praise. But ordinary people, we cry means that is cry. But they are singing songs in their vilapam. It is a vilapam. So they give different names. But dukkham will be there in any type of bhakti also, because they are not able to give up all the kamas, desires. But they know it is better. Up to here we saw in the last class, after long gap, we are entering into the 28th verse. Tato bhajeta mam pritaha श्रद्धाळुदृढनिश्चयः जुषमाणश्च तान् कामान् दुःखोदर्कांश्च गर्हयन्. May that person enjoy their desires. Shastra says, okay, go ahead, fulfill your desires. Because person has to go into those desires and fulfill and grow out of it. Some people need that to get maturity. Not all people, some people they have to enter into that fulfillment, and then naturally vairagyam comes. Get married and get two children, one or two children, and bringing them up enough to get vairagyam. What you require more than that? That is true Swamini. Correct now. We are seeing in the world what you require more than to get vairagyam. So tataha bhajeta mam. Let him have some desires with understanding that they have some potential sorrow. Having known that, mam bhajeta, let him worship me, pritaha, with love and affection, that shraddhaluhu, because all the bhaktas, Saguna Ishvara bhaktas are all having lot of shraddha. They do lot of seva to Bhagavan, their Ishta Devata. That is one plus point. That is the greatness of our Hinduism. Because here the human being evolves so much. In our Hinduism, there are Nastikas also, Astikas also. Those who don't believe in God at all also can be called as Hindu. You can never find a Nastika Christian. Non-believer Christian you don't find. Non-believer Muslim you don't. Non-believer of God Muslim you don't find at all. But non-believer of God Hindu you can find. I never said this point. First time I am telling. That is the expansiveness of encompassing nature of Hinduism. That is the beauty of Sanatana Dharma. If you don't have belief, you are only the loser. That is why ball is in your court. Shastra is leaving the choice to you. Whether you have to take up the Bhagavan as your partner or your friend or your husband or your any relation, if you take, okay. If you don't believe also, okay. If you too much believe also, okay. So Shastra gives a tremendous freedom in Hinduism. Hinduism, this we have to understand how great it is. How great. Such a great bhaktas are also there, great nastikas are also there in this country. But still they are accepted as Hindus. We never hate them, we never criticize them. Let them, they understand one day. They understand definitely. It takes time for them. What our Shastra Sanatana Dharma says, everyone has got a room to grow, to mature. Tamasa people also we encourage their bhakti, their worship, we encourage. What to do? They are like that only, shouting bhakti. Lot of shouting, lot of crying, lot of noise is involved in that bhakti. Let them have. Now you see Adimasam, how much noise is there. So why we accept a lot of tolerance we have. We develop a lot of titiksha also. So one day they also mature, they come to know. We never criticize any person because all are accepted here. They need to grow. Therefore, Shastra says, Tataha mam bhajeta pritaha shraddhaluhu dridhanischyaha, with firm decision, determination. And tahan kaman jushamanascha, you see, fulfill your desires. Fulfill your desires. That's why many people cannot understand the beauty of Sanatana Dharma, the Hinduism worship. Why people are so mad, rushing towards temples, mad rushing towards no Balaji, Tirupati Balaji? Why mad rushing for Tangamaligai? Hmm? Mad rush for so many other things. Why mad rush? Okay, that is mad. Therefore, they rush. We are calling mad rush now. Because they are mad, they rush. Why they are mad? Mad for their worldly objects they are running. Shastra says Krishna Paramatma accept Jushamana. Let them enjoy. Let them enjoy. How long they enjoy? One day they will come back. That is sure. How long they enjoy? Family, children. Afterwards, what? Enough, Swamini. I want to prashanta manas. I want just a calm mind, relaxed mind. தன்னிமையே இனிமைன்னு சொல்லி அப்புறம் இதெல்லாம் சொல்லுவேன். இது முன்னாடி ஏன் வரலன்னா இல்லை அங்கே போய் குட்டு வாங்கினதுக்கு அப்புறம் தான் வரும். சுவாமி சொல்லுவார் மோதிரம் வச்சு குட்டு கொடுப்பான் எல்லாருமே. நீங்கள் வேண்டான்னு சொல்கிற வரைக்கு these people go popping their head towards others in people's matters. அப்போ தான் வைராக்கியமே வரும். So Jushamanaha, let them tan kaman, those desires, whatever they want to fulfill. Whatever they want to fulfill. அடிப்பட்டாதான் தெரியும் சில பேருக்கு என்ன பண்ணுறது. அடிப்படாதே வேண்டாமேன்னு சொல்லணும். நான் want to go, I want to enjoy, I want to go America, I want to enjoy, I want to go here and there. Like that people have lot of crazy towards fulfilling their desires. Dukkho darkanscha garhayan. Those kama, let them enjoy, but one day they come to udarka, means udarka phalam. Dukkhodarka, dukkha plus udarka. Dukkha udarka means what? May you appreciate that every desire what you are fulfilling is a potential sorrow. There is lot of dosha. Dukkha misritatvam, mixed with sorrow, bandhakatvam, it causes bondage, and atrupti karatvam, it causes dissatisfaction also in the person. The more you enjoy, more dissatisfaction comes. திருப்தி வரமாட்டேங்கிறது. ஏன் வரலன்னா அதில் திருப்தி இருந்தால் தானே வரத்துக்கு. திருப்தி வரும்னு நினச்சி நம்ம ட்ரை பண்ணுறோம். திருப்தி இருக்காது, கிடையாது. அதில் அதிருப்திகரத்துவம். த்ரீ தோஷாஸ். துக்க தோஷ அனுதர்ஷனம். கிருஷ்ண பரமாத்மா சே dukkha doshanudarshanam. Dosha are there. Therefore, let the person see the dosha in those fulfillments or accomplishments, worldly accomplishments. See, our people beautifully designed, our ancestors, they followed very much simple life, high thinking. Simple living, high thinking. They are all happy, very, very peacefully they lived. Nowadays, with a lot of modern intelligence, we are really suffering more actually with the stress and tension. So therefore, what? Therefore, this bhaktaha, ishtadevata, saguna ishvara, ishtadevata upasakaha, further let him enjoy, but let him know the defect in that. Next verse, next page, 29th verse, 226th page. So, Ishvara Bhakti swallows all your desires. So, may you have Bhakti. All desires it swallows, which are all there in your heart. If Ishvara Bhakti is topmost, all desires slowly they will disappear because Ishvara is dominant in your heart. That's why, what, my dear Bhakta, may you continue. Proktena bhakti yogena bhajato mam भजतो मासकृत् मुनेः कामा हृदय्या नश्यन्ति सर्वे मयि हृदि स्थिते. वेरी नाइस श्लोक. भक्ति योगेन Proktena Bhakti Yogena. Already we saw this Bhakti Yoga in the 5th chapter of Uddhava Gita, verse number 34 to 48. We saw already. So all the exercises are given. What type of Bhakti? Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnoho, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmani Vedanam. There Shravanam means not Tattvabodha Shravanam or Bhagavad Gita Shravanam or Upanishadic Shravanam. There Shravanam means Katha Shravanam. Katha Shravanam means people love to listen Gajendra Moksha, Prahalada Charitra, lot of Dhruva Charitra, Bhagavata Kathas. They are fond of, even in Vedanta camp also, when I conducted, many students are eagerly waiting for Bhagavatam class rather than Upadesa Sahasri class. Because Upadesa Sahasri class is so dry, Swamini. Bhagavatam class is so juicy. Nice stories will come, characters will come, dialogues will come. Upadesa Sahasri adella irukadu. What to do? So lot of joy is there in Bhagavatam class. Eppadi theriyum na pinnadi ukkarve and the classes la I watch the students, their involvement, their joy in Bhagavatam. It's nice, Bhagavatam is very good. But what type of bhakti? Saguna Ishvara Upasana. என்ன பண்ணுறது உபதேச சாஸ்திரம் வந்து above the head many times we are not able to follow also atma drishta nashta swarupam prapancham anatma mithya jagat mithya சொல்கிறேன். அதே சப்ஜெக்ட் நிர்குண பிரம்மன் சப்புன்னு இருக்கும். இங்கே கிருஷ்ணர் அண்ணா அழகாக வராரு, பக்தன் வராரு, லாட் ஆஃப் டிஸ்கிரிப்ஷன் இஸ் தேர், அழகாக இருக்கும். பாகவதம் கிளாஸு நிறைய பேர் கேட்பாங்க, மகேஷ்ஜி கிளாஸ் இருக்குமா, பாகவதம் கிளாஸ் இருக்குமான்னு கேட்பாங்க. கட்டாயமாக இருக்கும்னு சொல்லுவேன். என்ன பண்ணுறது, கொஞ்சம் உபதேச சாஹஸ்ரி கிளாஸு கொஞ்சம் வச்சா அட்லீஸ்ட் இன் ஃபியூச்சர் தே லவ் மோர் உபதேச சாஹஸ்ரி தேன் பாகவதம். Bhagavatam, I am not looking down on that subject. Why mind loves so much Bhagavatam means still there is Ishtadevata, Saguna, Ishvara, Upasana, is that bhavana is there because of Vairagyam is less and Mumukshutvam is less, intellectual sharpness may be less. Not I am telling any person, one student particularly, everywhere. Not only in that my camp or anywhere, everywhere it is like that only. Generally I am telling. Very difficult to get the students who are having liking so much towards Vedanta. Very difficult. Even the maturity irukkume. It requires lot of maturity. It requires lot of Vairagyam. Without Vairagyam, detachment, dispassion, it cannot come. They have a lot of passion, not dispassion. Okay, dispassion and Vairagyam. Lot of passion is there for Ishtadevata. Lot of passion is there for worldly accomplishments through Ishtadevata, want to fulfill their desires. Happens. But Guru knows. We never disappoint the students. Guru knows their level. It takes time for them. Let them, at least they like Bhagavatam. At least they like Bhagavatam. Even that Bhagavatam also, Maheshji talks only Vedanta only. Because Vedanta is there in that. So he brings the whole Vedanta. Whatever I say, Upadesa Asri, that alone comes in Vedanta. Bhagavatam also. You cannot escape. Whether you understand or not, that is a different question. But he talks only Vedanta only. Why he talks? That is the teaching. That alone comes in Jayantaya Gita and other Bhagavatam texts also. That comes. You cannot escape from that. If you want, these upasakas are interested in Kramamukti, like 8th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Kramamukti, Brahmaloka, and they are have decided, Namakena Jivan Muktalla Varaporadilla, at least Mela Lokati Ponalu Varumu, and Sulli, they themselves consider like that. So that Kramamukti, Brahmaloka Prapti, that is the benefit of Saguna Ishvara Upasana. Let them continue. They have to take their own time because of Vasanas tendencies are so powerful. Shastra cannot pluck the people to bring to Vedanta. Even no guru can do anything. The student has to grow, mature, and grow gracefully and drop. You cannot drop. Naturally, it has to happen. The maturity comes like Urvar Kamiva Bandhanat. Like cucumber, it has to detach itself from the stem. When it will detach? When it ripens. When it ripens, automatically it detaches. Similarly, person is also like that. From either karma or bhakti, Saguna Ishvara, puja, parayanam, lot of chanting, lot of puja, hours together, morning, evening. And Shastra says, if you come to Vedanta, you can do Gita Parayanam, you can do Upanishad Parayanam, Mantras Parayanam Pannalam, you can do Omkara Japa, you can do, instead of those rituals, instead of those Saguna Ishvara Upasana Sambandhita puja, etc., you can do as a Prayashchittam. Prayashchittam means what? Suppose a person is not qualified, intellectual sharpness is not there, mind discipline is not there, and not qualified for Jnana Yoga. Doesn't matter. You can come to Shastra, study Bhagavad Gita Parayanam. Instead of doing another Parayanam, Gita Parayanam you can do. Upanishad Parayanam you can do. Mahavakya Vichara you can do. All these will help you. They will qualify you. What Saguna Ishvara Upasana qualifies, the same will also qualify. But people cannot that much easily come to this. They cannot have that belief. Happy. Let them continue in Saguna Ishvara Upasana. Wonderful. That's what Krishna says here. Proktena bhakti yogena bhajataha mam asakrit munehe. Asakrit means untiringly, without any break. Asakrit means continuously. Saguna Ishvara Bhakta. Munehe means of that Saguna Ishvara Upasaka or Bhakta. Muni means here not any sage. Muni means Saguna Ishvara Bhakta. Ishtadevata Upasakaha. Mam Bhajataha. Let him worship. Mam Bhajataha. What type of bhakti? Proktena bhakti yogena. Let him do Shravanam or Mananam. Sorry, Shravanam Mananam. Shravanam, Kirtanam, sing. Vandanam, Kirtanam Vishnu, Smaranam Vishnu or Shiva or any god, Ishtadevata. You can continue. Smaranam, remembering all the time. Pada Sevanam, 9 types of bhaktis are given. Many times I have mentioned Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam. All types of Navavidha bhaktis, 9 types of bhaktis. Any 1 or 2 or 3 can choose as he or she likes. Beautiful. Kamaha hridayaha nashyanti. At least you take this Saguna Ishvara Bhakti Upasana. Hey Uddhava, you worship me. Hridayaha kamaha nashyanti. All these anatma desires, desire for that non-self, worldly objects, children, gold, so many other worldly pleasures, whatever they give, and all relations, positions, etc., etc. Hridayaha, Hridi bhavaha, Hridaye bhavaha kamaha hridayaha. Those desires which are uh, inside one's own heart. Sarve, all of them are sarve mai hridisthite. Once you uh, keep me in your heart, my hridisthite, if you bhakta keeps me in his heart, hmm, what happens? The desires in the heart, they will go away. Because like darkness and light cannot coexist. Where Bhagavan is saying, I used to say in many classes, hmm, people give heart to many, my grandson is in my heart, my son is there in my heart, my daughter is there, or my lover, whom I like so much, my friend. We give place to everyone in our heart except to God. There is no place for God. If I give place for God, what will happen? All other desires just disappear. They will go away from the heart. That's what Tyagaraja did. He kept Rama in his heart. No other desire for him. Mirabai kept Krishna in her heart. No other desire for her other than Krishna. Like that, many bhaktas you see. Often I quote Tyagaraja, Krishna, Mirabai, but you take many other bhaktas, number of bhaktas are there. Not one or two, many bhaktas. Only God, Hridi Mai Sthite. If they keep me in their heart, Hridayaha Kamaha Nashyanti. Slowly, gradually, not at a stretch. Within one night, all desires will not go. They cannot go. Slowly, gradually, they will reduce. Once you have Saguna Ishvara Bhakti. But Ishvara Bhakti is there, Swamini, still they are not going, because that is not Bhakti. You are having Saguna Ishvara Bhakti, that is not a complete pure Bhakti. Pure Bhakti is there, one cannot have those prapanchika desires. That's why our people, morning upasana, puja, anushtanam, why they keep all these things? Hmm? They keep all these upasana, archana, puja, mani adikkarade, lot of naivedyam pandradhe, so much arati, agarbatti, so many flowers, offering, archana, shodashopachara puja, 108 names. Why they chant morning? And evening Sayam puja also they do. அப்படி பண்ண one day you will get maturity. Slowly from world dependence to God dependence you can come. This is the design. You go in every house those days. இப்போ time இல்லை. Office. Only just one namaskara. Like this they do namaskara and go. But you can see our party Tata days, they compulsory. Puja means compulsory. Daiva Yajnam is the primary for them. Later only next job anything. Because they don't have any newspaper those days, TV, phone. இதெல்லாம் கிடையவே கிடையாது. Happily they get up early morning, remembering the Lord, and take bath and they do puja. Then relaxedly they come to their work. This was the lifestyle. Therefore, they need not check up their BP. Because we have forgotten that puja, dhyanam, pranayama in the morning along with the puja, there is a lot of anushtanam. The day it has gone, people get up with a lot of stress and anxiety. That's why வீட்டுக்கு ஒரு பிபி apparatus, யூரின் டெஸ்ட் apparatus, இன்சுலின் டெஸ்ட், இன்சுலின் வீட்டில் எல்லாமே இப்போ எல்லாம் வீட்டிலனே இருக்குது. எல்லாம் மானிட்டர் பண்ணுறதுக்காக, டெஸ்ட் பண்ணுறதுக்கு, எவ்ரி பல்ஸ் ரேட் பார்க்குறதுக்கு ஒரு மிஷின், எல்லா மிஷின்ஸ் வீட்டில் வச்சுண்டு பயம் பயம் பயமாக எப்போ என்ன இருக்குமோ எப்படி என்ன வருமோன்னு பயப்படிகிட்டே இருக்கும். என்ன மனசு பகவானுக்கு கொடுக்கல. அதனால மனசு என்ன பண்ணுவோன்னா இந்த மாதிரி உலகத்தில் இருக்கிறதெல்லாம் திங்க் பண்ணி 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 ஒரு நாள் அது ரொம்ப டயர்ட் ஆகி பகவானே அப்பனே என்ன பண்ணுறது தெரியலையே అని சொல்லுவான். சரி வா, அப்போ தான் நான் பார்க்குறேனே இருக்கேனேன்னு சொல்லுவார் பகவான். ஐ வில் லுக் ஆஃப்டர் யூன்னாரு. காமாக ஹிருதயாக நஷ்யந்தி சர்வே மயி ஹிருதி ஸ்திதே. இஃப் தே சர்வே காமாக நஷ்யந்தி, all desires. That's why in Sivananda Lahari, Shankaracharya writes, hey Shiva, you come and you like a hunter. You come like a hunter in my heart forest. In my mind forest you come, you will get lot of wild animals. Arishad Vargas, Kama, Krodha. Kama or wild animal, Krodha one wild animal, Moha, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Masra, all wild animals are there. You get lot of hunting animals. You can come and kill them. You are also happy. And if you destroy all of them, I am also happy. That's Acharya writes in Sivananda Lahari. Once upon a time I took Sivananda Lahari in Samskrita Bharati class. 100 slokas I taught. And so very nice sloka. Now let us go to the next verse, 30th sloka, very familiar mantra. भिद्यते हृदय ग्रन्थिः छिद्यन्ते सर्वसंशयाः क्षीयन्ते चास्य कर्माणि मयि दृष्टेऽखिलात्मनि. Mantra tune has come. Okay. Anyhow, this Nirguna Bhakti is very, very difficult for many people. Adreshyam, Agrahyam, Alakshanam, no, it cannot see, it cannot be touched, it cannot be tasted, it cannot be known through any sense organ. Therefore, but if they come to that Advaita Bhakti, Advaita Rupena, he discover one day सगुण ईश्वर उपासना द्वारा निर्गुण ब्रह्म ज्ञान योग्यता. निर्गुण ब्रह्म ज्ञान योग्यता द्वारा ज्ञान प्राप्ति द्वारा मोक्ष प्राप्ति. இதெல்லாம் எப்படி நடக்கும் சுவாமினி? இதெல்லாம் கரெக்டு தானே? கரெக்டு தான், இதில் சந்தேகமே கிடையாது. ஏன்னா பகவான் சொல்கிறார், भिद्यते हृदय ग्रंथि. इफ दे कीप मी इन देयर हार्ट instead of desires. பையன் பேத்தி உட்கார்ந்துருக்கான், பேரன் உட்கார்ந்துருக்கான், கிராண்ட் சன்னோ சன், கிராண்ட் சன்னு அந்த அளவுக்கு ஒன் லேடி சேஸ், ஐ லவ் மை கிராண்ட் சன் சுவாமினி. தே லவ் டு ஃபீட் த பேபி. கொஞ்ச நாள் தான், அதுக்கப்புறம் போய் தே ஹாவ் நோ, தே cannot lift that baby, and they cannot run with that grandson or granddaughter. Very difficult. How long you can run? 1 day, 2 days, maximum 1 week, 1 month, 2 years. அதுக்கப்புறம் போதுண்டா பகவானே விடப்பான்னு சொல்லுவோம். என்ன, there is a limitation for human being. Therefore Bhagavan is allowing that bhakti. One day that person get vairagyam, come from all types of kamas. He becomes a nishkama bhakta, sakama bhakta. He becomes a nishkama bhakta. பகவான் போதும், இது வரைக்கும் நான் எல்லாம் கேட்டுட்டே இருந்தேன் அவன்கிட்ட, இனிமேல் எனக்கு ஒன்றும் வேண்டாம், நீ தான் வேணும். ஒரு நாள் கேட்போம் பகவான். அப்போ பகவான் சொல்லுவார், அப்பா எத்தனை நாளுக்கு வந்தேன், யூ ஆர் ஆஸ்கிங் மீ நவ் ஓன்லி. ஓகே, ஐ வில் bless you with Guru, I will bless you with Shastram, I will bless you to understand also, because you have kept. That's what Krishna said in 7th chapter also. Udara sarva evaite gnani tvatmaiva me matam artho artharthi jignasu gnani cha bharatarshava. Artha bhakta fine, artharthi bhakta also fine. Udara sarva evaite, all are good, noble Arjuna, but But Jnani tu Atma eva. So Artharthi Bhakta also let him continue. One day he'll become a Jignasu Bhakta. அதனால் பக்தனா இருக்கிறது ஒரு பெருமை. ஏன்னா he's a would be ஞானி. Every saguna bhakta, either Shiva bhakta or Vishnu bhakta or Devi bhakta or Krishna bhakta or Rama bhakta, they are all would be jnanis. Would be husband மாதிரி சொல்கிறான் இல்லையா, would be என்ன, அது மாதிரி would be jnanis. Every bhakta is a would be jnani. Guarantee card. யார் சொல்கிறான்? கிருஷ்ணர் சொல்கிறார் பாருங்க. வித்யதே ஹிருதய கிரந்திஹி. He is all hridaya granthi, knots, that tendencies, vasanas inside. In prarabdha karma is exhausting, but previous sanchita karma, lot of vasanas are there in potential form, which are going to fructify in future janmas. Once he gets jnanam, because he kept Bhagavan in the heart. So what Bhagavan does inside sitting, Guru provide பண்ணி, சாஸ்திரம் ப்ரொவைட் பண்ணி, உட்கார வச்சு, ஜூம் கிளாஸ் வச்சு, இவனுக்கு புரிய வச்சு, மேக்கிங் ஹம் டு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட். And slowly all those vasanas also, sanchita karma also, vidyate, will be destroyed. Vidyate hridaya granthi means tendencies, vasanas, powerful vasanas. Chidyante sarva samshayaha, all doubts are also will be dispelled. Chidyante, dispelled. What doubts? Sarva samshayaha. Main samshayam is, who is God? What is this creation? Who am I? Where from I am coming? What is this connection? What is this karma? Why people are suffering? Why God created this universe? All these doubts will be cleared. All cleared. Line clear. Kshiyante cha asya karmani. So even sanchita karma also, this after knowledge, a person does karma, minimum karma will be there after knowledge also. When that karma is there performing, that karma punyam will go and join with agami punyam, agami karma, and that agami karma will lead to next janma. Then for this jnani also, no. After knowledge, whatever you do, that all karmani, sarvani karmani anantaram, jnana anantaram vidyante, kshiyante. Kshiyante means sanchita karma, agami karma. Sanchita karma is destroyed, agami karma is distributed according to Tattva Bodha. So kshiyante means you understand there is no sanchita agami at all. Prarabdha is like that fan. After switching off the fan switch, it moves, the momentum continues for some time. Similarly, prarabdha is like a switched off fan, like, or unpedaling cycle. Once after pedaling, you stop the pedaling also, cycle moves for some time. Correct? Similarly, prarabdha is like a mukta ishvat, or left arrow. The arrow which you have left, you cannot stop it. So prarabdha is exhausted. Sanchita is destroyed. Agami is nullified. Distributed or agami also join with sanchita, totally kshiyante. They decay fully. Jnanagni dagdha karmani bhasmasat kurute Arjuna. Remember that sloka. Jnana agni, the fire of knowledge. Jnanagni dagdha karmani, all karmas, whatever you have done before knowledge, after knowledge, they are all burned down into ashes. Bhasmasat and ashes. Kurute, hey Arjuna, come to Jnanam finally. Are come to Jnanam and chonna. How to come to Jnanam? Not so easy. how much you have to do sadhana, how much you have to travel. No, travel in not train or flight. Yeah, spiritual sadhana, spiritual sadhana. அதனால் எங்கள் ஒரு டீச்சருக்கு இதெல்லாம் புரிஞ்சுக்கிறதுக்கே ரொம்ப நாள் ஆகும். ஒரு ஸ்டூடெண்ட் எந்த லெவலில் இருக்கா, எப்படி வரான், எப்படி நடக்கிறா. லைக் கிராண்ட்மா கிராண்ட் ஃபாதர் லுக்கிங் எட் த பேபி, ஸ்க்ராலிங் பேபி ஃபஸ்ட்டு குப்புறப்படுத்துகிறோம். அப்புறம் வந்து ஸ்லோலி ட்ரைங் டு லிவ் ஸ்டாண்ட், slowly trying to put one by one step, then slowly little fast walking, then running, like that jumping. Like that the teacher also looks at the student babies how much time it will take for this student. Teacher knows. Even teacher says also student cannot understand, because the teacher has traveled all the way in that teaching, learning time itself. She has understood or he has understood how much sadhana is required, how many qualifications are required, how much qualification is there, how much benefit can come. Teacher knows all these things. That is why teacher for all students are udara sarva evaite sishyaha. All are good according to their own level as they are. So that is the teacher's greatness, because Shastra Jnanam gives to accept every student, every disciple as they are. Let them grow, mature slowly. How we know, see the Krishna, how he says, my bhaktas, once they keep me in their heart, their desires all will be destroyed. Which desires, because of them they are suffering really, I remove their suffering. But nammaname, and the Krishna vakyatila, so guarantee card, we local guarantee card we believe. Okay, for everything, whatever gadget you buy, they give guarantee card. Guarantee card keep in the in the bureau, that to inner locker, guarantee card. None of us remember guarantee card. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna's words, Uddhava Gita, Bhagavad Gita, how much he is telling. Ananyas chintayanto mam ye jana paryupasati. Na paatikare anna. Yaar nambra, yaar kanda, how do I know? Na paatikare solrar, namakodadana. Bhagavan. Not so easy, not so easy. So bhakti நம்பினால் கெடுவதில்லை என்னார். கரெக்டு த சுவாமினி, ஆனால் வரமாட்டேங்கிறதே அண்ணா. அதனால் வாட் கிருஷ்ணா செட், மத் கதாசு என்னார். கதா 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 காலக்ஷேபம், டோன்ட் டேக் இட் ஜோக் easily. The more you listen the glories of the Lord, as many as glories, go on and on and on listening. Without your knowledge, you get developed tremendous attachment to Bhagavan, tremendous love for Bhagavan. You cannot escape. That is why Bhagavata Purana Katha, Ramayana, Mahabharata, all other Puranas, Kathas, Krishna Leelas. Why Bhagavata Saptahams are going on? Then they need, people need it. They love, they develop bhakti towards God. Okay. Chiyante chasya karmani. The last portion, second line is different. Not from the same Upanishadic mantra. Mayi drishte akhila atmani. Mayi drishte. If they look at me in every, akhila atmani, in every soul, every self, every one, in every individual, if they see me, Tasmin drishte paravare is in the mantra. Bhagavan Krishna changes. Bhagavan Krishna ella borrows from the Upanishads. Bhagavad Gita hattum, Uddhava Gita hattum, rendu edathula Bhagavan borrowing, kadan vaangurar ellame. Hari solraru, ennoda sontha sahitham illappa, idella Upanishadla sonnadudha. Ellarum sontha sahitham solla mudiyadu. Onnume illa solradhukku. Upanishadla sonnadudha solranum. Whatever Upanishad says, that only we have to speak. That is better to speak. Better not to speak our sonta sahityam. That is ரொம்ப danger. Tasmin drishte paravare badla mayi drishte akhila atmani. if they see me in every Atma, means what? Satchit Ananda Swarupam, everything is Atma Swarupam only. If they come to what? This Tuesday class. So Bhakti is there, other Saturday, Sunday, Thursday classes, all if they listen, all this will happen. Vidyate Hridaya Grandhi will happen. Chidyante Sarva Samshayaha will happen. Shiyante se Asya Karmani also will happen. Hey Uddhava. But what? It is not so easy people to continue in this bhakti also totally, completely. Next, 31, page number 227, verse number 31, continuing the bhakti. Tasmad mad bhakti yuktasya yogino vay madatmanaha na jnanam na cha vairagyam prayashreyo bhavediha. After telling this Vidyate Hridaya Grandhi, Krishna is too positive, too many hopes we should not keep. After teaching 22 years, we come to know how difficult Vedanta assimilation. First, when we start Vedanta class, many people will come and people will listen and understand immediately. We used to think like that. I used to think as I understood, everybody can understand immediately. And கத்தி நிறைய வருஷம் ரொம்ப ஜோராக பேசுவோம். அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் கொஞ்சம் நாளுக்கு அப்புறம் தெரியும், இப்போ பீப்புள் ஸ்டார்ட் ரெடியூசிங் கம்மிங் டு த கிளாஸு. என்னடா வரல கிளாஸ்க்குன்னு பார்த்தா முள்ளமாக தெரியும், ரொம்ப கஷ்டமாக இருக்கா. இங்கே போய் பார்த்தா எங்கேயோ ஒரு டெம்பிளில் உட்காருவா, இல்லைன்னா கதா காலக்ஷேபத்தில் உட்காருவா கொஞ்ச நாள். சுவாமினி ஏதோ கதை சொல்லுவான்னு வருவான். நம்மள கதையெல்லாம் சொல்ல மாட்டோம். அதுக்கு எனக்கு ஜோக்ஸும் வராது அவ்வளோ ஈஸியாக சொல்கிறதுக்கு. சிரிக்க வைக்கவும் முடியாது. எல்லாம் சீரியஸு கிளாஸு, எல்லாம் பகவத்கீதா, உபனிஷத்ஸு, பிரகரண கிரந்தாஸு டிஃபிகல்ட்டாக இருக்கும். அந்த ஸ்டூடெண்ட் கூட பாப்பா கொஞ்ச நாள் பரவாயில்ல நல்லா தான் இருக்க, ஆனாலும் சொல்லி தே வில் டைவர்ட் தேர் மைண்ட் டுவர்ட்ஸ் அதர் ஸ்டோரிஸ், கதாஸ் and all. We say, we think, we don't say wonderful, continue in your bhajana. அந்த பஜனை பண்ணுவானே தவிர இது பண்ண மாட்டான். என்ன மனசு அங்கே தான் போகிறது. இந்த கேட்குறதுக்கு அந்த மெச்சூரிட்டி வரல. நான் கொஞ்ச நாளுக்கு அப்புறம் வருவான் 5 வருஷம் கழிச்சுட்டு திருப்பி அதே கிளாஸுக்கு வருவான். சுவாமினி ஒரு காலத்தில் உங்கள் கிளாஸுக்கு வந்தேன் நான், அப்போ ஏன் கண்டினியூ பண்ணலான்னா அப்போ புரியல, இப்போ புரியும்னு நினைக்கிறேன். ஆனால் பரவாயில்ல வா உட்கார். அதுக்கு தான் 10 வருஷம் 20 வருஷம் ஏன் சொல்லிக் கொடுக்குறோன்னு. என்னதான் சொல்லிக் கொடுக்குறாங்க 20 வருஷம்னா பீப்புள் கண்டினியூஸ்லி லிசனிங். Nice, wonderful to see that levels of bhakti. Tasmat mad bhakti yuktasya. Therefore, the person who is endowed with devotion towards me, saguna ishvara bhakta upasaka, saguna bhakti, mad bhakti means saguna bhakti yuktasya, for that upasaka. Yoginaha means here not any ashtanga yogi etc. Yoginaha means upasaka. Why? Madatmanaha, whose mind has liking for Ishtadevata. Madatmanaha, Atmana here means not Satchidananda Atma, but Ishtadevata liking. I love Krishna. My Kochu Guruvayurappa, my Kutti Krishna, my ஆலலை கிருஷ்ணா. சில பேருக்கு ஆலலை கிருஷ்ணா பிடிக்கும், சில பேருக்கு ராதா கிருஷ்ணா பிடிக்கும், சில பேருக்கு வம்சி கிருஷ்ணா பிடிக்கும், சில பேருக்கு யோகேஸ்வர கிருஷ்ணா பிடிக்கும். அந்த மாதிரி. ஸோ மதாத்மனஹா, ஹூஸ் மைண்ட் ஹேஸ் அ லைக்கிங் ஃபார் மீ, ஃபார் தெம் வாட், அவனுக்கு ந ஞானம் ந ச வைராக்கியம் பிராயः ஸ்ரேயः பவேதிஹ. அவனுக்கு இந்த சிரவணமும் ஒத்து வராது, அவனுக்கு வைராக்கியமும் இருக்காது. வைராக்கியம் பற்றி பேசக்கூடாது, எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணக்கூடாது. So they will get vairagyam towards this Guru, Vedanta Guru. Therefore, the second line I will explain in the next class. Here Sreyaha means not moksha, but prayaha most probably for them better sadhanam is not jnanam, not vairagyam, but what is that better sadhana for upasaka? Mad bhakti. Let them continue my bhakti. அப்படின்னு சொல்லி வேதாந்த குரு போய் திருப்பி பக்தியே சொல்ல முடியாது. அப்பப்போ கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சம் சொல்லுவோம், ஆனாலும் வேதாந்தம் விட முடியாது. ஸோ த பக்தாஸ், தட்ஸ் வை வி சே ஆஃபன் கண்டினியூ யுவர் பக்தி, கோ டு டெம்பிள், டூ பூஜா, டூ அர்ச்சனா, லாட் ஆஃப் திங்ஸ், பாராயணம் எல்லாம் பண்ணுன்னு சொல்லிகிட்டே இருப்போம். ஸோ த ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வில் கண்டினியூ slowly, they will understand. But Krishna says here, for them at that time they are not qualified for knowledge, Shastra Shravanam, because they are lacking Vairagyam towards Anatma matters. They like only Saguna Ishvara, not Nirguna Brahman. More in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः. हरिः ॐ.